Okay, how to set up a counter on the EBS260. So you're going to start with projects, create project, name it, okay. As always, start with our plus sign on a new project. Pick what you want. We want a counter. Ascending, descending. Positioning is important, especially if you have an existing project that you're adding this to and you don't want it to land right on top of your existing project. Select right here, and the higher the number you choose, the further over it's going to move your counter. Fonts, we have all the fonts to choose from that we normally do. Minimum, in this case the grower wants us to start with a 1. Maximum we haven't established, but you can set that up, especially if you were doing a descending. Say you wanted to start at 50 and count down to 1. You would change that to 50 and you would choose descending. Minimum, maximum, start value, last value, we'll get to that in a second. Start value is going to be 1. And he wants it to step up by 2s. So 1, 3, 5, 7, so on and so forth. If you left it at 1, it'll just do your obvious 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's at 1, confirm, yep, save it. Let's go choose it. You can also get there by choosing your file. Hit start, and let's see what it looks like. Now, I said I'd show you that other feature. Notice it's 1, 2, or 1, 3, 5. And say you got a phone call and you hit stop to take the phone call. You come back, you hit start. Uh-oh, it started at 1. So that would be really frustrating if you were on a high number of, say, 70, and now it started all the way back at 1. If you don't want that to happen every time you hit stop, one way would be just don't hit stop, take your phone call, take your conversation, go to the bathroom, whatever you're going to do, and then leave this on. But if you want to prevent that from happening and you always want it to start back out where you were, then here's how we do that. So let's edit it. Come right here, select projects. Select it. Once it's selected, we're able to select our editing pencil. I'm going to come all the way over here again, all the way over here, and we're going to choose last value. And if you do that and save it, current project file has been modified. Do you want to reopen it? Yes, we want to reopen it with the changes. And we're going to hit start. Now when we come down here, you can see it went 3, 5, and the reason it did that is we had started over at 1 and the next value would have been 3. That's why it didn't start at 7. So for example's sake, we'll hit stop. And then we took our phone call, went to the bathroom, whatever we were doing, and we hit start again. You'll notice 5 was where we stopped, and it picked up right at 7. So that's a feature. The other thing I get questioned about is what if I'm all the way up at, say, 70 and I mess up the number and I need to go back, or in this case we're counting by steps of 2, so it would be like 71. Easy. Rather than having to start all the way over and work your way all the way back up to 71, no. Come over here to the editing feature, go to projects. Select your editing pencil. Come all the way over here again. And what you're going to do is you're going to select minimum again. And you're going to change your minimum to whatever that number is. Say it was 71. And that should do it. There you go. You can see it went to 71. Again, do you want to reopen it? Yes, with our changes. And if I hit start, hit printed 71. Now you finish all the way up to, this is set to default as 99. You finish all the way up to your 99th project or print job or whatever you're doing. Say bells, you finish 99 bells and you want to go back to 1. You're going to have to, you're set as your minimum as 71 now. So you have to come back in here. You have to come back in here, hit projects. And select it, pencil. Come over here again, change your minimum to 1. Now if we choose checkmark, you'll see obviously, yes, we want to reopen it with our edits. Hit 1, hit start, and you can see it printed a 1 again. Again, maybe you want to leave it like that and just not hit stop. But if we wanted to make it to where when you did hit stop, it didn't return back to 1, we would just go from there to the editing feature, go back in there and have return to the previous value like we did already. So there's a few features on the counter, how to set up a counter, how to manipulate it to do what you want. There's just about any option to make it do what you want. You just have to mess with those different, manipulate those different options to get it to do it the way you want. Maybe you want it to count by 3s or 7s or whatever. Maybe you want it to descend. Maybe your maximum number needs to be 1,000. Whatever you want to do, you can do it. You just got to play with those features. All right, I hope this was helpful.